Hello, students. I'm back again with a new topic, and that is self management skills. Self management helps in both professional also and personal also. It helps to give more control over yourself, it helps to control our mood, behavior, and attitude. Lots and lots of things happens around us. Either that thing is a positive thing which gives us happiness, or that thing is a negative one which can make oneself down, either mentally or morally. And this change in scenario can control our actions, and we may speak or do a thing which was not required. We may regret for the action which we did in these sudden reactions because of the change in mood. So, the self management skill will help us to control ourselves in all the negative situations. So, this chapter will help you to understand meaning and importance of self management. It will help you to apply stress management techniques. It will help to demonstrate you the ability to work independently. It will help you to describe types of self awareness, and it will also help you to describe the meaning of self motivation and self regulation. So, let's see what are these. So, the question which comes first is, what exactly is stress? See, stress is worry or pressure or tension which comes out because of problems in our lives. It is a normal part of life, and adapting to it is a natural mechanism. According to a research done in 2018, 59% of the population of Greece was stressed. 58% of Philippines population was stressed, and 55% population of Sri Lanka was stressed. See, stress comes in many different forms depending on where you live. In parts of the developing world, it can range from the threat of armed conflicts to an unstable food supply, while in more advanced economies, it can stem from negative thoughts about a difficult day in the office to difficulty in paying bills. Your all stress may come from your family or friends or school. It may be the pressure of the examination or a fight with your friend. Stress can be very positive part of our life. If we do not feel any stress, we probably would not do many things we have to do. The problem comes when that level of stress continues for a longer time. Means that if the stress level goes too high and continues for a longer duration of time without a break. Stress can be emotional, it can be nutritional, it can be chemical, or it can be psychological. Even so, situation comes up, problem comes up, persons are there, some can handle, some cannot handle. So these things only creates the stress in a person's mind or body. See, basically, when we talk about stress, stress is of two types. See, say for example, during examination, exam is going to come, and a number of students are there. All those have to give the examination. Some are there who are prepared, but still they go with their books and copies. They revise their chapters. They see the timetable. They see their books, the syllabus, and they make themselves comfortable a number of times. They make themselves confirm a number of times that whether or not they have prepared those things or not. So That is also a kind of stress which they are having, but that stress is in a controlled manner. So when the stress is in controlled manner, the stress will make the person alert, alert about the situation, alert about the condition, alert about the scenario, and that alertness will certainly increase the efficiency of the person. So we can say that stress is required, but to a certain limit. When the stress level is at a certain limit, and when that stress makes you alert about a particular situation, scenario, or criteria, we can say that that stress is a good stress. See, we have two different types of stress. One is good stress, the other one is bad stress. So if we take good stress is the stress which makes the person alert about a particular situation. The person will be well prepared for that particular situation. You can take one more example. A sport event is here, say for example a cricket match is here, and a batsman is here, he is a good batsman. So if he becomes overconfident that whichever team comes up he will play brilliantly, he will hit six fours, he'll make hundreds. So that means he is not taking stress at all. And it may happen that when he comes in the field, he can bowl out on the very first ball because he was not alert. He hasn't taken a stress. If he would have taken stress, that would make him alert. He would have seen what is his opponent, what are the bowlers, how they bowl, what are the types of bowlings which all those bowlers do, what are the difficulty level of the other team. So if he would have taken that stress, certainly that stress would have made him alert and he would have played a lot more better. The same thing can happen to a student also. A person or a student is very much confident that he has prepared everything, and before 2 3 days only he has closed the book and everything, and he is feeling that now whatever comes up he will give in the examination. So when he sits in the examination hall, as he sees the question paper, he feels like anything, like some questions might be there which he might have never heard of. So these all happens when the person loses the alertness, and that happens when he has not taken a single stress. So stress is required, but to a certain limit. When that is taken at a certain limit, that stress is termed as good stress. That makes the person alert. This stress gives a positive result on a person's mind and body. It gives a positive result. But if the situation reverses, if the situation changes, and the same person takes stress more than the required, the level of the stress increases to a very high level. So when this thing happens, the stress converts into a bad stress, and this bad stress gives a negative impact on a person's mind and body. It affects adversely. You can take for the same scenarios, examination and cricket match. A student is there who is good in studies, but he has taken very much stress. Every second he is there in the book, every minute he is there in the book and copies, searching the topics, this thing and that thing. Just in the examination hall also he is having a number of books going from one topic to other topic. So if he does so, certainly he has increased his level of stress. And when the question paper may come, it may happen that he may get confused because he has seen the same thing in number of books. So he will think whether to write this thing or write that thing or that thing, and ultimately his examination may not go that much well. The same scenario if for the player who is playing cricket, he has taken stress more than required. He has in practice, day night practice, at home practice, in the field practice. He is watching videos of all the players against whom he'll be playing. He is working on all those shots. He is, has taken the stress to extreme level. So it may happen that when he comes in the ground, he may get confused. He may not play that much well, or he may be tired because he has done so much practice. So he may not play well. So when the stress level goes beyond the limit, increase to a extent to which it was not required, the stress becomes bad stress. It gives a negative result on the body. A number of side effects are there which is shown on a particular person's body when the person is stressed out, when the stress level exceeds. The very first thing which a person observes is lack of sleep. The person will not be able to sleep. He will not get sound sleep. He will not sleep properly. So a number of side effects are there. A number of adverse effects are there when a person is in stress, is in bad stress. So I don't think that any person wants to remain in a situation of bad stress. You know, all these negative things affects his mind and body to his health. So certainly some stress management is required. Means there is something which is required in order to control the stress, in order to decrease the stress. So when a person works on to decrease his stress, certainly his health will improve. He will sleep more. His hunger will be controlled up, not more, not less. His immunity will be controlled, will be in a proper way. See, if a person is stressed out, one more thing happens: immunity system crashes out. So if a person wants to stabilize the immunity, certainly he has to maintain his stress level. So as he maintains the stress level, the immunity will also be maintained and controlled. So what is required? Some techniques are required. Some methods are required with which a person can maintain or control the stress. So a number of techniques are there, a number of methods are there through which a person can control the stress.